Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. Today we're going to play a bit with our friend Batman Beyond. But we seem to have some mail. Let's check our mail first. Oh, I sold a lot of things, I suppose. Hi guys. Sorry I wasn't there yesterday. Sadly, some days life happens and you cannot play this universe online as much as you like sometimes. This week, Friday, we have Batman Day, and there's also tomorrow we have a new Riddled with Crime DLC that's coming out. So I'll probably make a Batman themed during this week, or various Batman themed videos. We'll see. So here I haven't played the Ace Chemical missions in quite a while. So let's give it a try. And let's switch to DPS. Thank you, Prodigy. I guess he means this one. You can achieve this look fairly easily if you get the Batwoman T-shirt, and everything else you can use. You can use different gloves, and there's a handful of Batman masks that you can use. It's been a while since I did this mission, so where's our friend? The Bab. Not sure what the BAB is supposed to be. Oh, went a little too far. Oh, there we go. Oh, you mean the Earth 3 DLC? Yeah, I'm waiting for that one as well. No, wrong armory. Yeah, the Earth 3 DLC with the Crime Syndicate of America. That should be a good one. And hopefully we'll get some nice like there are people who have been waiting for some styles to be able to recreate Owlman. So maybe some of those people will get an Owlman suit released with the DLC. I guess we'll have to wait and see. My guess is what we'll have at least a few emblems. For the Batman Beyond gear, apparently there's not going to be a time capsule this week. At least that's what Maps is saying. Although they did somewhat sometimes tell us not quite the truth in the past. Like basically at some point they had mentioned that people were asking if there was a time capsule with the Starro event. And at the time, I think it's Maps who had mentioned that there wasn't going to be a time capsule, but apparently he played with words where he actually meant there wasn't going to be a Starro, Star Wars inspired time capsule. Like, and it was kind of true. What they ended up doing was giving us a team up time capsule, which was inspired by the style was Green Arrow, and there were a bunch of emblems like the Flash, the Atom, and basically things inspired by the Legends of Tomorrow. No, the styles, they no longer do styles only for heroes or only for villains, as you may have noticed. Like, there's the upcoming Riddler style that will be both for heroes and villains. Basically, they're trying to create things for everyone. The hands come from the either the Prometheum log boxes, or you have to buy them from the broker. No, in Watchmen it was Night Owl. Not really. I could make a video for Reverse Flash. I made one for Flash not too long ago. If you ask nicely, I'll make a handful of Reverse Flash video when I get the chance. I'm already planning to do it. It's just that I have. On the broker, you'll pay maybe 1 million for those gloves at most. If you shop around a bit, you should be able to get them for 500,000 to 1 million. Oh, I think that would count as a goon. Yeah, at 92 million, you can pretty much buy. You could buy the whole Daring Vigilante set of gear from the broker. Basically, these gloves are the Daring Vigilante gloves. Oh yeah, I forgot I was playing on the PvP Open World. I don't have any Flash emblems anymore, and right now they're going. Last I checked, they were going for about 7 million to 10 million on the broker. The Future Crusader stuff is fairly expensive also on the broker. Now, like, you'll probably have to spend at least 10 millions for the rare pieces. So it'll be a bit expensive to get the Future Crusader stuff. I'm not sure if the Mad Scientist counts as a goal. Let's see. Oh yeah. It's been a long time since I played any of those missions, so nah, it'll never be free. The best you can hope for is that at some point it was like 50% off, so that's pretty much the best you can hope for. Oh. Well, you can already reproduce a fairly good, well, depending on which version of Johnny Quick you want to reproduce, you can already reproduce a somewhat good version of Johnny Quick. I'll try to make a handful of Earth 3 inspired video. Well, the Superman gear, technically the Stalwart Defender gear is actually a Superman set of gear. But yeah, I wish we had a classic Superman set of a classic Superman set of gear. Yeah, a slimline set of Superman gear would be appreciated. But the only thing we're really missing is an emblem. Uh, Unless you were lucky enough to be able to get the Batman versus Superman emblems, I knew Superman emblem would be required. Yeah, there's a way to make the new 52 Superboy. Again, depending on which version. Hello, mine's 0815. Yeah, I have a few Elseworld videos in mind. I just realized we were done here. But yeah, we'll probably make videos about alternate versions of Batman and Superman. It's just that when I try to put too much in one video, it gets a bit convoluted. So I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible. So I'm trying sometimes to focus only on one or two things per video. So I guess our friend Eddie Brock is going to be stalking us for quite a while. He seems to be wearing PvP gear. If I had the top PvE gear, I would probably take him on. You won't? Why not? Well, I can see what I can do about the bad Justice League symbol. You're so sweet, Sean MC. So when you have an evil, in this case villain, who's looking for you, you go do some other missions. But yeah, I'll see about doing a couple of videos about the bad Justice League, also known as the Crime Syndicate. I've made one in the past about a handful of the characters from the Crime Syndicate, but I could very easily make a whole bunch of videos about each member individually. Well, it doesn't really matter if there's less player when you play solo missions, and when you play group missions, you get matched with anyone, whether PvP or PvE. There's a few exceptions to that. I pulled more prisoners than I was planning to. My Batman style? You mean this one or the one that was in my base? I can show it in a bit. But eons ago I started playing on the PvP phase, and I pretty much stuck to doing that. Yeah, the Minotaur head, I'm still missing the last collection. When I get it, I should be able to make a video about that. The Riot Leader. I seem to recall he was hanging around here. Oh, there he is. The Satyr legs? I'm sure. I think it's a collection you need to gather. I'm not sure. It's been I have it on 1 or 2 characters, and it's been a long time since I got it, so I'm gonna have to do some research, you know, exactly where I got it. Actually, I played on the PvE world with my main character with my first character for about a month, and after a month I switched to playing on the PvP server, and ever since I've always been playing on the PvP server, except for a few exceptions. Hello, Black Flag. The reason for that is that there's a lot of griefers, sadly, in this universe online. And in the PvE open world, too often you would end up with people griefing your character, either by healing enemy villains or stuff like that. No. So I quickly switched to playing PvP, even with low-level characters. Like as soon as my character would leave the Brainiac ship, I would switch. I would use the base of one of my other character to switch to the PvP open world, even at level 4. The idea behind that was that if you can survive from level 4 to level 9, if you can survive in the PvP open world, then you're good to go after that. It pretty much teaches you to almost grow eyes in the back of your head. And as you saw, I'm a bit out of practice. As you said, the PvP open world is so deserted that when a villain actually finally jumps you, you're almost unprepared. The jute armor? I'm not sure. The BVS Batman, what I would use for that is there's a few bulky armors that you can use. One example I have in mind is the medieval armor. Would probably make a good chest piece for a Batman v Superman Batman, and a handful of other pieces. Some of the future Batman tech would probably do the trick. But for the jute armor, I would have to look it up. Off the top of my head, I would say I think it's a. Is it not something you get at the Halloween seasonal or something? Oh, I see what you mean. You mean the basically the regular Batman costume that is pretty much straight out of the Dark Knight Returns, like not the armored one, but the other one. Oh, I think our friend Eddie Brock is still here. Yeah, there he is. It's going to be September 29th until October 31st. So there's a few nice style we should be able to get during that time. Although most people will probably be still busy playing the Riddle with Crime DLC. There's our friend Eddie. So obviously with the stealth mode, Eddie cannot see me. Let's go play some other mission then. Well, Halloween is what is it? 2 weeks? 2 weeks away? No, more than that. Well, the in less than 2 weeks we should have the Halloween seasonal, but Halloween itself is in a month and a half, more or less. Too late. Humongous. Let's play a few missions on the Wasteland then.
I gotta say, I envy you for getting to kick all those cultists' butts.
Jacob, one of Trigon's sons, is collecting lost.
Were you waving to me? Oh, don't worry, I'll come back. I'll do a few missions here and I'll come back. Not sure what you're trying to tell us, Spider Boy.
What did they do to me?
So Friday or Saturday, depending on who you trust, it's going to be Batman Day. Although it's supposed to be this year, it's supposed to be used to celebrate Harley Quinn. So I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what happens with that. DC have have already announced a few special comics that they will release for the occasion. But DC Universe Online, as far as I know, did not really announce anything just yet. So we still don't know whether if they're going to do something and what they're going to do. Although the Batman Day is mentioned, if you look at the upcoming events, there is a date set on the 22nd for Batman Day. Although the rest of DC seems to be going to celebrate Batman Day on the 23rd. Yo, Unleashed Gamers. Yeah, I probably could subscribe to your channel. I'm subscribed to a lot of channels, so I could be subscribed already, but I don't know. I would have to check, I suppose. Well, Unleash is evil. He's playing Eddie Brock. Oh. Who's Unleashed playing then? Is Flash Thompson still Venom nowadays, or is it back to being Eddie Brock once more? I guess you can tell I didn't read the latest Venom comics in quite some time. They went back to 80? Ah, that's nice. I guess they went back to 80 to match with the upcoming Venom film, in which Tom Hardy will be playing that's the nice thing about this universe online these days. Everyone can be Batman if they want to. And what's the deal with Venomverse? There seems to be like 1,000 Venom now. Nah, I don't want to. I don't want to hurt my back. I'll let you handle your lightweights. Oh, so it's Venom characters from many places in the multiverse? Thought it was like a. Oh yeah, Misty Twinkle. Okay. I guess it's gotten a little too convoluted. Okay, every Marvel characters with the symbiote? Yeah, that's what I thought. Although people seems to say that it's actually a surprisingly very good event. Well, I guess they're trying to reproduce the somewhat success they had with Spider-Verse. Although in the case of Spider-Verse, it just did seem to reinforce the fact that they seem clueless as what to do with Spider-Man. You can handle all the lightweight you want. I'll forgive you. So you're half Hispanic, half black, Spider Boy? So you look like Humberto Ramos drew your face. No, it has only one color. Actually, it has two colors. Like there's those like tiny dots of colors that you can have on the cape if you want, but they're so small that they're barely noticeable. Before I log out with my before I log out today, I'll load in my Batman character and I'll show you the cape. Well, actually, I'll show you the cape right now, and then we'll continue with our friend Batman Beyond. Almost there. Sadly, loading time is getting longer and longer as time goes by, even on PS4. Hard to tell. Probably the God of Speed, seeing how Savitar got defeated by the Flash. Which armor am I looking for? So you see those kind of tiny dots? Let's see. So as you can see, if you change the one color, it changes pretty much everything. Let's put it back to black. But if you put like one other color, you can see those little tiny red dots. That's pretty much the only other place where you have some color. So technically you can have two colors, but the second color is just those tiny dots in the back of the cape. So the cape is the same color on one side or the other. Hope this made sense. No problem. But the future Batman cape is a good cape. It gives you an extra option for a Batman cape. So right now, technically, we have at least three capes that do a good job at reproducing the Batman cape. Well, yeah, there is a Robin cape, but it's only for NPCs. For player characters, there's no such cape. If you're using something like, let's say, the cosmic material, you can try to sort of fake it, but it looks a bit different still. Sadly, there's quite a few pieces of gear that non-player characters have that we don't have access to as players, at least just yet. Maybe at some point they'll give us a Robin-inspired set of gear, and we will have that cape. I guess as time goes by, we do get styles that we never thought we would get. So who knows? We probably will get more styles with time. Yeah, I did try Marvel Heroes Omega. I made one or two. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I tried Marvel Heroes Omega. Wasn't too crazy about it. There's a few things that obviously I'm doing wrong. Like there's a few. There's a few things I don't like about the interface. But then I've noticed that I think you can customize the interface a bit. So I might try to change a few things that I don't like about either the interface or some of the styles or some of the stuff in game, and we'll see if I like it better after that. The only thing I really like is that you can actually play a few characters like Nova or iconic Marvel characters. But the fact the isometric point of view, that doesn't bother me per se. What bothers me about that is that you cannot really have a flying character in Marvel Omega. Yeah, it became stale pretty quick. They went back to using an engine kind of like the Diablo engine, but without the fun that Diablo had, if it makes any sense. Like, basically, they went back to the first Diablo when we actually had the Diablo 2 and even Diablo 3 that was a bit better. I haven't tried Doctor Strange. The fun characters I liked was Captain America. I love throwing the shield around. I'm not sure why. I find that deeply satisfying. There's playing Cyclops also that I did find kind of enjoying. But it reminded me too much of Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I thought Marvel Heroes was like a lesser version of Marvel Ultimate Alliance. It wasn't quite as fun as Marvel Ultimate Alliance. So when the Marvel game from like 2000 is better than the newest one they've made, it's kind of hard to get into it. I haven't played it in a while, so I should probably give it a try once more. Let's see if we can play. The thing I was spamming a lot was the, well, Captain America throwing his shield, or even Nova. There's this ability where Nova flies really, really fast, but you can only do it like for a few short bursts or something, and then it pretty much drains your energy, and you have to wait a bit before you can do it again. But it still was kind of fun to do, or to spam as much as you had energy. But I was also a bit surprised at how limited it was. Like there are some characters like Iron Man where you have like 12 different costumes, and you have characters like Nova where you have like one different costume. It seems a bit uneven and random the way they're giving a lot of costume to a few characters and almost no costumes to other characters. So, dude. Okay. Well, from what I understand, also they even removed some from the PC. They basically at the start, early this summer, they removed like the Fantastic Four. And I'm not sure if they removed those from PS4 or if they never had it on PS4 to begin with. And I had tried the game on PC. Basically, ever since the game has been released, about once a year I would try the game. So I tried it when it was first released. Then I tried it the year after when it was rebranded Marvel Heroes like 2016 or something. Or was it 2015? Anyway. So about once a year I would retry the game a bit. Well, you can pretty much recreate Reverse Flash by now. I'll probably make a video. I'll try to make it this week if I get the chance. And if you ask nicely, I'll make the Reverse Flash and the cartoon CW whatever Reverse Flash. Well, now Reverse Flash and Zoom are two different characters, so I would have to keep them separate. Oh, is that our friend Eddie? Hi, Eddie. Let me. Here you have a really good representation of Eddie Brock in terms of style. I don't think I have the styles to be able to reproduce that just yet. So when I made a Spider-Man video quite some time ago, where basically I have a black character with just the spider emblem in white. Yeah, I'll make gear for the Reverse Flash. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet version of Eddie Brock. And also the black tendrils, that helps too, which probably was difficult to get. I guess you had to play the broker quite a lot to be able to purchase that on the broker. Unless you were lucky enough to get it from opening a handful of time capsules. But I could show you Reverse Flash. Let's switch to Reverse Flash. I do have a Reverse Flash character. Although I'm toying with changing the name, I just haven't come up with a good one just yet. Where is it? Too many characters. Oh, there we go. Like here we have a pretty close approximation of Reverse Flash. The classic comic version, I mean. In the TV show, he's a bit different, but I have a version for that one too. So basically, with the flash boots, slimline chest, slimline pants, the tall classic gloves you get early on, the flash mask and the flash emblem with the reverse flash colors, red and black as opposed to white and yellow, and you have a pretty accurate reverse flash from the comic. The belt comes from the Central City vendor, but as you can see, you can come up with a really close approximation of the reverse flash. And if you want to make the CW version, then you just add a whole bunch of black. Basically, you just keep the top yellow and pretty much everything else black. And you have a pretty close version of the CW reverse flash. And with the eyes, if you just put in the full slimline mask underneath the flash mask, you can have the red eyes that the reverse flash had in the TV show. For the gloves, there was a whole bunch of gloves that could do the trick. For the boots, I went with the flash boots, but actually other boots would probably be more accurate. Not sure if I have some though. I guess I'll stick to the flash boots for now. And of course, there is the black flash. Again, you can get really close to the actual look. In this case, you need the black flash cowl. Although you could probably use the flash, well, the speedster cowl and put something over the mouth, I suppose. $60 for a couple of characters. What for Marvel? For Marvel Heroes? I'm not sure. I haven't purchased any of that stuff, so I have no idea. I know there's bundles that you can purchase where you have like half a dozen characters, or even sometimes just 2 or 3 characters. But I'll try to make some more accurate. I'll try to make some reverse flash videos with maybe a bit more options. We'll see. For Marvel Heroes, I didn't purchase any of the stuff they were selling. It did seem expensive for just a handful of costumes. They seems to have boxes, not unlike the loot boxes that we have, like the time capsule that we have, which gives various styles and stuff like that. But I haven't bought any of that, so I have no idea if it's worth it or not. So let's see if we can play actually some 2-player missions. Been meaning to try those for quite a while. Yeah, my main used to be Magneto. Well, eons ago, my main character was the Phantom. But I was really struggling. I was really struggling trying to play as a controller with the gadget powers. So I thought I'd try another power to play as a controller. I tried the Green Lantern power, and I really liked it at first, until I had to use the power over time in a 4-player mission like Smallville. And then I didn't like it so much anymore. Basically, using the power over time, I would end up fighting in melee, and you don't want to fight Smallville in melee when you're a controller, at least, and you're not overgeared. So basically, once I discovered that the power over time would send you in melee with Green Lantern powers, I tried to come up with some other character, and basically I came up with Magneto because of that. So it was much more easier for me to play a controller with Magneto as opposed to with the gadget powers. The main reason was the various shield that the character had. It made a huge difference for my character. Like, I didn't quite also understand or master how to use the various shield-like abilities like Distract that Gadget had, or even the Neuralizer. But the Magneto with the telekinesis, with his personal shield, with the group shield, that was perfect for me. That was exactly what I needed to be able to play as a controller. Well, also it's my character that has the most styles, and basically playing Magneto, there's a lot of styles that I couldn't really use without having a weird looking character, like a weird looking Magneto. No. Ah. Not sure if our friend died because he was looking at the loot. Garbage. But yeah, there's a lot of styles that I wasn't really using because I was using a Magneto character. So basically I would always use the Magneto helmet, quote unquote. Thanks, Philip. Well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying those videos. I have a lot of fun making them. So I guess as long as you guys enjoy making them and I enjoy... as long as you guys enjoy looking at them and I enjoy making them, I'll keep on making them. Well, right now I can't really invite anyone for a group. The day is good. Today is a good day. Even if my partner keeps on dying on me, it's still a good day. Not sure if I'm going to be able to defeat the Ritual Master by myself. We'll see. I guess I'm gonna have to time my shield properly to protect my character. A little too quick. Sure, if he leaves, I'll see about inviting you. But until he does, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Well, so far everything seems to be under control. So unless I mess up, I should be able to get through at least the Ritual Master. No, let's not take any chances. Smoke screen is a mere shadow of what it used to be. But it still works well enough, I suppose. Yeah, let's go for the belt. Yeah, it used to be a bit better eons ago. But that's this universe for you. It changes. It's a living, breathing entity that changes with time. Yeah, I wasn't around during beta either. Basically, I started playing when the game went free to play. There was a lot of bad rumors surrounding this universe online at the time when it was released. So I wasn't too crazy about the idea of spending maybe $60 for a game that wouldn't be worth it. But when the game went free to play, then I had no excuse not to, at the very least, give it a try. And once I tried it, I loved it. It wasn't perfect. It's still not perfect, but it's. I've been playing it for 5 years, 6 years. So it was good enough to keep me playing it for all those years. And there's a few things you get in this universe online that I haven't seen in any other game, like flying, just being able to fly. Yeah, I would say that. How would I use the Batman Beyond gear? Well, I would probably create myself at least one armory with this character using the exact Batman Beyond gear, and probably a different armory so that I could tell my armory, my DPS armory from my controller armory. So I would probably use the, let's say, Batman Beyond gear with my DPS armory, and my fake Batman Beyond gear with my controller armory, something like that. But of course, as often happens, I started doing YouTube videos by the end of the summer of 2015. So like August 2015 or something like that. Like last August, it's been like 2 years that I was making YouTube video. And mostly I started making videos because of Spittle. Like Spittle had mentioned how there's a lot of players who had a hard time just finishing the first mission, the Brainiac mission. And I could relate to that. I had some friends who had the very same problem. They had a hard time just going through the Brainiac mission for some reason. Or they would go through the Brainiac mission and after that they didn't really feel like playing anymore. I'm in the US server. Right now PS4 US server. Well, PC PS4 US server. Yeah, I understood what you meant. No, I'm not on the EU server. I'm on the US server. Yes, DCUO, as far as I know, is still on Xbox, but it is not joined with Xbox and PC. With PS4 and PC. So Xbox is on its own, and PC and PS4 or PS3 have their own server. Oh, I didn't realize. I thought if you bought the character slots, you won't only have one extra slot. I didn't realize you could have. So what you're saying is that if you have, let's say, 32 characters on USB PlayStation, if you play on the European server, you're gonna have 32 extra characters. Is that it? Oh, I see. So you have 18 characters on US, and if you wanted to, you could have 18 characters on European. Is that it? On EU. Oh, that's a neat trick. But don't you get a lot of lag when you play on the foreign server, let's call it that? Like right now I play on the US. If I played on the EU, wouldn't I get a whole bunch of lag because the servers are like 50,000 miles away? Yeah, I'm in Quebec, about in the middle of Quebec. Yeah, that sounds about right. So let's see if we can pull our friend Jesse over here. Oh yeah. Oh, let's go for the shoulders. It's been a while since I tried any raid. Usually I don't have that much available time to play. Well, for quite a while I didn't have that much available time to play. So playing a raid usually ends up taking a bit extra time. So I haven't been playing raid all that much. Only for quite a while it's been only a once in a while occasion. Mostly I stick to playing solo these days, and once in a while I'll play 2 players or 4 players. Yeah, when there's too much work, basically, yeah, I don't play quite as much. And for a while, I wasn't playing raids. I wonder if I can invite our friend Agent Venom. Nah, I guess not. But yeah, it's been a while since I played some 8-player missions. I'll probably try. Might give it a try with the Riddle of Crime DLC. We'll see. Yeah, sometimes life stops you from playing DC Universe Online. Ain't that evil? And soon we're going to have a few TV series like Flash, Arrow, Gotham that will take away some time from playing. also, since Game of Date 73, it's been a little harder to do group missions. The queue time, sadly, is taking longer than it used to. Oh, I guess our friend Agent Venom is premium. Oh well. So let's see if we can play the other two duos. And that will probably be it for today. I'm a bit surprised. Last time it took forever before someone said yes.
You must prevent Jared from completing the Wrath ritual. It will make him far too powerful.
How dare you step foot inside my stronghold? You will not interrupt my ritual. I will find this wrath upon the world.
Sure. What combat rating are you right now, Dan Dragon? Let me finish this mission, and I'll see what I can do. Are you on right now, Dan Dragon?
Another magic barrier? Infuriating. Our charming host certainly didn't want any uninvited guests at his party. Well, speaking of uninvited guests, care to dance with the devil, chaps?
Sure. Let me finish this mission, and we could do a bunch of tier 3 mission to get you to tier 4, and the same at tier 4. What's the bad news? Ah, crap. Oh, if it's the only bad news, it's good. Where did you hear that bad news?
Pear-shaped.
Okay. Well, if it's the only bad news, yeah, it's all right. I just wanted the style, even if the cape doesn't work exactly like it does on the TV show. It's okay. As long as we get the style, I'm good. Oh, one click too many. Nah. Let's hope that this time they'll give us a comic Batman emblem. That way, if somehow the movie licensing, if somehow they have issues with the licensing of the movie, if it's a comic version of the emblem, the movie shouldn't affect it. Or if we're lucky, maybe we'll get a nice Batman emblem for Batman Day. Who knows? It'll probably cost something. I kind of doubt they would give it free even to members, but you never know. They gave us the Flash Cowl free, which I was a bit surprised. I usually let my partner choose which one he wants. No? Yeah, it was sad for those who didn't get the chance to purchase it. I didn't take any chances. Like when the day the Batman emblem was released, during the maintenance, there was a time around noon where the game came back for just a bit. So right there and then, I logged in, bought the emblems, and then the game went back into maintenance, but at least I had the emblem. Yeah, to have a bigger version of the emblem. Oh, I have to pay attention. To get a bigger version of the emblem would be kind of cool. Although if you use the Stalwart Defender chest, it can be a bit bigger. I have no idea. There has to be a reason, but what it is, I don't know. Well, I understand what you mean. The all the billion lines on the chest are really not needed, but it's still an option. Well, actually, that's what I'm using right now, and black looks pretty sweet. Yeah, I prefer the version with the underwear most of the time. Ironically enough, they without the underwear, it just looks like long underwear, which is the sweet irony. Like in Man of Steel, they got rid of the red short for Superman because they were tired of the underwear, but they turned the actual costume into actual underwear. It's Kryptonian underwear. Yeah, there's a few options like the Etrigan emblem or I guess the future Batman chest piece has the Batman emblem on it also. So there's a few options if you don't have the actual Batman emblem. Now let's go with the belt. Oh, I guess our friend is not going to come with us. Oh well. No, I don't have the mask. You mean the one they gave for like the back from the hack thingy? A lot of us didn't have the mask, which is why we were asking for years for a Batman-inspired mask. Then at some point they gave us the Daring Vigilante, which is actually a Batgirl-inspired mask. But then when we were asking for the Batman mask, we never thought that they would give us the actual Batman mask. We thought they would give us something sort of inspired by Batman. So when we actually saw the Batman cowl being added to the marketplace, holy crap, that came as quite a surprise. Sure, the Batwoman mask seems nice enough. But I have my Batman mask, so I'm good. Yeah, I bought it right away too. You have to buy it from the marketplace, and sadly it's a bit pricey. Yeah, it's $20. Oh, my CR should go back. Should go up at least a little bit. I did get a few pieces. What's your CR, Salud Gamer?
But our celebration can't last long. Jared will be angrier than ever. And he would.
I remember when my CR was 44. Let's go back to see... Actually, let's go back to see Wonder Woman. Give me just a second, I'll be right back. Ah, there we go. What do you mean, cheat, Shadow? Do you mean you have ways to be able to raise your CR really, really fast? Oh, I see. I don't go that far. What I usually end up doing is that I purchase the utility belt from some of the vendors in the Watchtower. Like there's a few vendors that sell the utility belt for like 40 or 50 marks of victory, I forget.
It makes sense no matter how much super energy we purify, the fire will
Yeah, I suspect it probably helps at least a bit. So let's see. So we got a few new pieces. So let's look at those first. So we got a brand new belt. But I think I got two belts. Am I crazy or? I don't know. Maybe I got just the one. New shoulders, new boots, new chest. So quite tank pieces, healer pieces. Oh yeah, we did get two belts. I wasn't crazy. And let's see what we got in the weekly rewards. The Catwoman Goggles, you have to play the Catwoman mission. It's, what's it called again? It's the Gotham University warehouse. Sadly, the goggles are rare items. Basically, I played that mission at least a few thousand times in the past 5 years. And I think I saw the goggles once, maybe. Either that or I bought it from the broker. Early on, I had to buy it from the broker. I was playing and playing and playing the mission, and I didn't get... On this character, I have two armories. Pretty much every character, except some of the newer ones, I have at least two armories. Usually I go up to 4 armories. And the one exception is my multiverse character. I got 16 armories. I got the maximum with my multiverse. So let's see what we got in our weekly reward boxes. Could be worse. Healer helmet. See, that's why I hate randomly generated loot. You get garbage more often than not. So let's see. Oh, we went up to 93. That was a nice boost. So I guess we should get a pair of gloves. Well, let's get the chest piece and let's get the pants and a pair of gloves. Well, there's quite a few you can use. Well, let me check in just a second. Just give me a sec. Personally, I try to use the classic Batman. Sadly, I don't have the pre-order Batman. Like most people. Okay. Usually the one I try to use is the classic Batman. Sadly, it's unlocked only on one or two of my characters. So with most of my characters, what I end up using is where is it? Either modern Batman or where is it? Oh, there it is. Or a future Batman. Future Batman is the one I used for quite a long time because when I started playing, basically I hadn't pre-ordered Batman, so getting the pre-order Batman was not an option. And as a hero, they gave you a Robin for starters, and I hated using Robin. So the very first thing I did was I spent my first $5 I spent on DC Universe Online was to purchase the future Batman. So for a long time, that's pretty much the one I was using. Once in a while, I would try another character, and then at some point, I tried Bizarro, and holy crap, I loved using Bizarro. So for a long time, I would use Bizarro. Then at some point, I tried Green Lantern, and I really enjoyed it. So I did play Green Lantern quite a lot. But I did try a lot of the characters. I tried Guy Garner for a bit, didn't like him too much. Kyle Rayner was kind of fun, although everyone was using the Spyglass ability. Oh yeah, everyone wanted to have Batman. I guess they were hoping it would sell a lot more games if it was a pre-order exclusive. But well, but at least they did give us options later down the line. And personally, I much prefer the classic Batman. Between the pre-order Batman and this one, this is the one I would use. But at least we do have options. We have the modern Batman, New 52 Batman, Dark Knight Batman. So if we want to use Batman, at least we have the option. I didn't try the Flash yet. There's a few characters. Shazam at some point I really enjoyed using Shazam. But there's a few like I didn't try Green Lantern just yet. I didn't try Barry Allen just yet. Cersei was a lot of fun also to play. But yeah, I wasn't too crazy about their strategy as well because it means that anyone who didn't pre-order the game will never have access to those characters, and it's a bit of a bummer. I suppose. I missed out on the Batarang, but at some point I purchased a collector's edition on PC, and I did get the Bat Drone trinket and the Joker Drone trinket for the villains, and the little plastic statue that came. I was a bit surprised. The statue looks nice, but holy crap, it was a really cheap plastic statue. I was a bit disappointed. Hello, Dan King 1313. So let's go. I realize I didn't play the vault with this character just yet, so let's do that. Well, I do see your comment. Dan Dragon, I do see your comment. Thanks you, Dan King 1313. I do know a thing or two. Like sadly, I had reached the point where I was mastering the Uber double tick technique when giving out power as a controller. Sadly, they got rid of pretty much the double tick. Although I think I may have a way to be able to still do the double tick. I'm still working on that. But there's a few techniques that I know of, like tagging, that I know what it is. I kind of vaguely know how to do it, but I wouldn't say that I can perform it flawlessly. So I do know some advanced technique or strategies, you could say, but I wouldn't say that I can do it all. Oh yeah, I do see your comment in the chat. Oh, you mean in the game? No, you're right. I don't see any comment of you. So is your name Dan Dragon MC, or what's your actual character name, Dan Dragon? Stalkershadow. Okay, let's try that. I'm not sure why there are some comments that I see on my computer screen that I don't see on my PS4 and vice versa. So I'm not sure what the deal is about that. But I've had some issues. Basically, I still have a few issues for live streaming, which is why it took me so long to finally get around to doing some live stream again. Oh, I can see why it says it doesn't exist. There we go. Ah, come on. Okay, take three. Oh yeah. Hello, Ghost is the god. So let's pass. Oh, So we'll give the lead to Stalkershadow so that he can decide which mission he wants to do. And I guess I'm gonna have to switch to PvE. So let's go do that. Just as I thought. Evil Stalkershadow forcing me to play on the PvE side. You're very close. Your T4 is combat rating 70. So the next piece of gear that upgrades your CR will bring you to tier 4. Ah. So we can see you're using the Etrigan emblem. Oh, you're a premium player. Well, let's play the Bane mission. It's going to give you some extra marks of victory. And if you're lucky, you'll get a nice piece of gear like the Bane belt. I always find it weird how we sink into the ground, into the floor, in quite a few places in the watchtower. Not so bad if you fly. You don't really notice it, but what's your character, Ghost the God? Ah, Stalkershadow is trying to look pretty. No, I didn't want you to play right now, unless you want to. But I was wondering, you're still working on your character. So what is your character? Is it an acrobat? Is it an original character, or did you recreate I don't know, Bane or the Joker or Batman? ready to fight Diego. Diego. Poor guy, he's like a poor man's Bane. Let's go for the mark of victory. So while we wait for Stalkershadow, basically tomorrow the Riddled with Crime will be released. The open world map will be available to anyone who has a character that's level 10. So as soon as you have a character level 10, if you want to, you're going to be able to try the missions and the open world map with the Riddled with Crime. But of course, if you want to try the 4-player missions or the 8-player missions, you're gonna have to be a legendary player, or you're gonna have to purchase the episode. And obviously, your character is gonna have to be. I think the combat rating for Riddled with Crime is combat rating 196 or 197. It's around that. Oh yeah, our friend Killer Croc. Yeah, once in a while, it's not a bad idea to do a new clean install. I'm thinking of doing one myself pretty soon. Hey Damien PvP. I was just doing a few missions with our friend Stalkershadow, trying to get him to tier 4. Tomorrow we'll probably be able to play missions with the Riddle with Crime, the new DLC. So that should be neat. Oh. Now let's help a Night One.
Still after the man who broke Batman's back, eh, Nightwing? Don't be disappointed, because I'm about to break yours. Strategy's lost on Brock. The next fight will be mine. Count the mistakes you made in that fight. I doubt you have enough fingers and toes.
Ah, it's okay. There's no rush. And since the new changes since the game update 73, you can go up in level fairly quick. Ooh, the Bane Belt. Oh, let's take the belt.
Good job, hero. I'll take care of Bane. Thanks for the assist.
See ya in the future.
That belongs to Brainiac.
Workshop drafting table. Oh well. I could sell the belt on the broker. All you need, well, let me check. You will need to upgrade either your gloves or no, your rings. Like one of your ring is a 52, you're gonna have to upgrade that. If you were to get a better ring or a better weapon, that would probably do the trick. But basically anything that would be an upgrade compared to what you have. Your belt is 64. I would give you the main belt if it could help you, but the main belt I have is like 34, 38, so it wouldn't really help you. Well, thank you. We could play the. You have a chance to get a few nice pieces of gear in the penguin mission. So we could go out of here and then go play the penguin mission. So basically, the old Gotham subway. We should be able to get some good gear from there. Oh, my bad. Not sure if you can invite me back. Oh wait. No, there we go. Let's try again. Sorry about that. I guess I clicked on the X one too quickly. Hello, Jacob. That always cracks me up. Those guys lined up on the track. So this, if you're lucky, this should be your first piece of gear. If not, there's going to be 2 other opportunities, I think, to get some gear. Hush comes from a specific storyline. There was this Batman storyline called simply Hush, and he was basically the main villain. Oh, I guess our friend. Oh, that was close. Ash was a fairly cool character at first, but then it became very convoluted afterwards, and they didn't seem to really know what to do with it. So the whole mystery around Hush was probably the best part of it, and then after that it pretty much went nowhere, I guess. Poor Bane. He's going to be humiliated once more. No, I missed. Now, when he's like that, there's nothing you can do.
Wake up, bird brain. We're here to shut you down. Bird in the hand is worth two bush paper. And now, Two-Face rules this roost. Well done. Pity you aren't working for me. Enjoy this momentary victory, Two-Face, or Harvey Dent, or whoever you are. The penguin never puts all his eggs in one.
So we had three drops for the loot. So if you're a bit lucky, you should have been able to get at least one new upgrade. Yeah, it happens.
Commissioner Gordon refused to comment. That man could not be reached.
Sadly, for two-player missions, that's pretty much all we could really do. Well, let's get out of here. I'll try to... Let's see if we can think of something else. Or we can try again tomorrow. The Shady Nightclub would have been a great mission to get a few pieces of gear. Sadly, you don't have access to it. I don't know how many marks of victory you have. You could possibly purchase a tier 3 piece of gear. I suppose we could try that. Sadly, I'm looking at the time and I'm gonna have to call it quits for tonight. We can try again tomorrow if you want. No, actually, okay, let's try this one. This will be the last one though. I'm gonna have to leave after. Damn, Rachel Ghoul has a big mouth. So this will be the tricky part. Yeah, grab one of the gear, Stalker.
Chronicles of Death, Batgirl. Born and bred to serve as bodyguard for Ra's al Ghul, Batgirl nevertheless defied us and joined forces with the Batman.
our friend Impulse is triggering a lot of ninjas.
Chronicles of Death. Talia al-Ghul, daughter of Rish al-Ghul, she owes her life to him and his Lazarus pits, and defies him. Disobedient child,
Pretty cool Flash Impulse duo.
trust she'll soon punish me.
This is Lois.
our friend Flash decided to rush ahead. It happens. All that because someone decided to rush ahead. Stalker, can you try? Can you skip the? Oh, we're going to try to just skip the enemies without fighting them. Can you? Can you? Do you think we can do that? Just there's nothing to do but wait. Sadly, there's a lot of douchebags playing this universe online. It's sad, but that's how it is. I'll be right back. So if they decide to skip the mobs, we're gonna have to try to keep up with them and skip the mobs ourselves. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. We're getting close to 3 hours for the live stream, so I'm not sure how long we can actually do a live stream. It's been a long time since I did one of those long live stream. So if the live stream abruptly ends because maybe there's a limit of like 3 hours for the live stream, I'm very sorry. So I'll say thanks for watching right now. So that way, if we cut at 3 hours, I'll have said thank you already. If not, then we'll just finish this mission, maybe, and then that will be the end of it.
Chronicles of Death, Boston Ran. One of the League's many successful kills. However, his life force still lingers on
I guess the Flash went back to get his friend Impulse
Krishna herself intervened as she revealed
behind us.
Nanda Park.
Holy crap. All the mobs that were pulled. Yeah, we'll probably do that. Let's try one more time. A night it is, I guess. Were you able to get something good to raise your combat rating? Like I got the racial ghoul cape, and what else? And I got some boots, but not really. You got the cape too? Now I'm jealous. So let's get out of here. So sadly, our two partners acted like D-bags, and it made the mission way more difficult than it should have been. And by the end, as you saw, it would have been very difficult to be able to finish it with all the ninjas that had been pulled from the tunnel to the end of the mission. But what can you do? That kind of stuff happens. So damn, that was a long one. It's been a long time since I did a long live stream like this one. So I guess we were overdue. It'll make up for not doing a live stream last night. So let's see. So let's equip the Ras Al Ghul cape just for the style. The same with the Necromancer boots. And let's see what's in the Prometheum lockbox. No problem, Dan Dragon. Next time we'll try. We'll try again, and hopefully we'll get some better partners. Or we'll try the two-player missions again, maybe tomorrow or maybe later this week. We'll see. So I got the medieval shoulders, but I want to keep them for another character. So overall, it wasn't too bad, other than the four-player mission, which was a bit more difficult than it should have been. Sadly, the quality of partners we can get when we queue for a mission, there's not. You shouldn't expect too much in this universe online, sadly. So we'll get a bunch of stuff to sell to the vendors, or maybe I'll sell the belt on the broker. So I guess that's it for tonight, guys. I have a few other videos in the pipeline, so maybe I'll make one more video before the end of the night. We'll see. It won't be a live stream, but I have quite a few videos that I'm trying to make. So we'll see what happens. So, but tomorrow, just so that you guys remember, tomorrow is the Riddle with Crime launch. So I assume the game will be down for quite a bit. There was an announcement earlier in the announcement section. Let me check again. So tomorrow the game there will be some downtime while they essentially launch Riddle with Crime. So the downtime tomorrow will last up to 8 hours. So odds are we're only going to be able to play tomorrow by the end of the day. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.